So we are not getting that exact values. For that, what I am going to do is, let's change our code first, then we will see. Where is our NS India? So this is our task. Here. Yes. Huh? అదుంది అది నెక్స్ట్ కాల్ చేస్తాను. సో ఫస్ట్ మ్యాచ్ కావాలంటే ఏందో అబ్జర్వ్ చేద్దాం. యాక్చువల్ మ్యాచ్ ఎందుకు మనకి ఎగ్జాక్ట్ వాల్యూస్ కావాలి, కానీ మనకు అది అపెండ్ అయి వస్తుంది రెండు. సో అది చూద్దాం, అది ఎలా ఇష్యూ సాల్వ్ చేయాలి. సో వన్ వే వచ్చేసి మనకి ఏంటి, ఇప్పుడు అది చేయడానికి ఒక ఇఫ్ ఐ అబ్జర్వ్, లెట్ మీ క్యాప్చర్ ఇట్. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ ఐ క్యాప్చర్ ఇట్ యూజింగ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లోనింగ్, capture it. It is identifying this, but let me see what it is. So we need to remove these two things and get property inner text, assignment, message box, F2P. So for each and everything, it is a website specific. While you are doing object cloning, it is website specific. How it is giving the values is matters. No, it is not mistake of our code. It is the website thing. So you need to specify which thing you need exactly. If I run it, it is showing HDFC Bank Limited HDFC. So full box, but we need to remove HDFC from here. So how? If there is any pattern, we can remove, but if I observe, there is no pattern. Based on limited, if I am trying to till limited only I need, but there are some items which there is no limit also. So it is not following any pattern. Okay. So the next thing is, let's observe the code, what they how they have developed it. So the only thing which is gonna give us some solutions. So inspect element. If I go to inspect element, okay, and if I try to identify it, so this is the code for that HDFC mutual fund, HDFC NIFT. Okay, so here, if you observe, if you want only HDFC mutual funds, HDFC NIFT, we need to extract this thing. Here, if you observe this, whatever the domain path it is using to identify that element is this. So in a list item, first href, first link it is getting, okay, the link item. So but it is giving us the whole value, but we need only part of it. So what we will do, so if I get including B, till A we are getting, actually A means till here it is closing. If you observe, here it is closing A, which is including our C HDFC mutual fund EFT, plus here also we have HDFC. Okay. So it is that here the code is developed in such a way that whatever you will enter inside your text box, inside this text box, inside this, if I enter 3 characters HDF, they are highlighting. Only HDF is highlighting. HDF, and they are giving, and it is dividing that full name into some B to bold letters, whatever it should display in the bold letters, it is giving inside B, and the rest of the code is outside of that, if you observe. Okay, here also whatever I have typed here HDF, we have typed first 3 characters, so it is giving C Bank Limited outside of that. and C bank also outside. So if I extract the whole, whatever the domains path we are following right now in our code is this is giving the whole thing from the scratch, because it is ending here. If you observe, it is starting in the in the first line. It is inside OL list. Here it is starting. Here, this thing, whole A. Starting tag is here. Okay. So the ending tag is here. So it is giving us the whole inner text of that particular element. So if I divide that object loading into 2, that means till B I will get 1, and span I will try to get span. And that means till A, total A, whatever the value we are using right now in our code, which is giving the whole item value. That means HDFC Bank Limited and HDFC Bank. I will get that one, and I will get the span item, only span, whatever there inside this span. That will give us only HDFC Bank. So I will replace HDFC Bank with null. Then it will match with our requirement. Okay. So to get that, we need to add one more line inside A. Inside A, I am trying to get span with the one. There is only one span anyway, so I am specifying give me that span, and the tag is also span. Now let's see, let me disable this. The path may be different. So if I run it, let's see what we're gonna get. HDFC Bank. So it is giving us HDFC Bank. The first line which we are going to use will give us HDFC Bank Limited without space HDFC Bank. So if I replace that with this, we gonna get HDFC Bank Limited, right? So let's do it. Where is it? NSE. Okay, here let me copy that line. Control C. Here, this is giving us HDFC full. This one. This one is giving us the full name, HDFC total. Okay, and I am trying to get that inner text, and I am giving this as str span value. Str span. Now, so I will assign that value to str's span. Where is it? Str span value. Now, the next thing we need to do is a string operation to replace that value. We have direct command for that string operation. String operation replace. We'll use replace. Okay. Now F2. What is that first value we are getting? str company name. Str company name from website, and replace that with span value. What is that? Find means we are going to find that value inside this website HDFC. Okay, F2 str span value, and replace it with null, and assign it to same website, same name. Okay, don't create one more variable to that. Assign it to the same variable HDFC Bank. We are comparing with this, that only. In the next line we are comparing using that. Okay, so these both should equal now. Okay, let me cross check whether is there any spelling mistake. LIMITED, HDFC Bank Limited, HDFC Bank Limited. Okay, now save it and close it. Line number 21 will gives us the whole name, a full name, Bank Limited plus that HDFC, whatever the code it is they are using to identify that code name. Okay, so we need to copy the same thing. Which one? 21 ఉంచాలి. హోల్ నేమ్ లో ఓన్లీ స్పాన్ లో వచ్చే వాల్యూని రిప్లేస్ చేస్తాం. హోల్ నేమ్ మనకు వస్తుంది, అందులో స్పాన్ ని రిప్లేస్ చేసేస్తే ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ మనకు కావాల్సిన నేమ్ వస్తుంది మనకి కరెక్ట్ గా. Right, now let's see how it gonna work. Total number of elements 5. HDFC Bank LIMITED. So it should click on this. A is it's not case sensitive, so it should click on that. So it is clicking now, and the next thing it should go to is line number 21. Yes, I understood. What is this doing? Okay. So our design itself is wrong. What we are doing here actually, where is our NS India? See, total number of rows, we are getting total number of rows. So the value is 5 in our case right now. So first time it is looping, it is getting this value, span value, and replacing it. Both are matching. Next thing is it should click on that. Clicked. We set that flag to 1. We found one match. So the next thing is it is doing exact match, end if, and it is going to second loop. But before going to that loop, we need to extract data from it. We are not doing that. So right now we need to call our task. Otherwise, if you found any exact match, just exit the loop. So it will come to this place, line number 31, and it will go to 32. It will continue. Anyway, we have already, our value is 1. So there are so many ways. So right now, if you want to go with the same procedure, whatever we have designed, just you need to exit that loop. Okay, otherwise you need to call those two tasks, extracting data from website and the other thing, output generated to inside this task. Okay, so let's exit for now. I'm exiting. Whenever there is a match found value, then I will exit my task. Okay, so save it. If I run it, so it will come this place, it will come to this place. Anyway, else is not going to execute it. The next task it is going to call is our extract data from website. Where is it? Oops, నేను ఓపెన్ చేసింది నావి కదా. Okay, అది ఓపెన్ అవ్వలేదా? Leave it. So let's run it one more time now. Where is it? Start value calculator. So, and see, if you see, if there is any error occurs, that means our design is failed. We failed in our design phase, but this window exists. As I said, you need to clean everything, even if there is any error occurs, even if something not happening correctly, even if it's positive case also. That means before going to the next record, that means inside our Excel sheet we have so many things. Before going to the next record, definitely you need to clean it. That means you need to add, you need to close your Internet Explorer. In our case, whatever the applications, as I said in the first or second class, I have explained what is the importance of cleaning. Okay, so here we need to clean our thing, read input before, after, once after completing. That means when it starts looping, you need to close your Internet Explorer window. Okay, you need to just make sure that it is always in the closed condition. So for that, let me add one more command. If window exists, is it window? Okay, so before extracting data itself, I am making sure that it is in the closed condition itself. Start in a zip and give us not more than 3 seconds is more than enough. Okay, since it is already opened, and close window sections, close window. So what it is, while extracting data, if you observe, first it will go to get all the cells values. It will start looping each and every row. So once it is started looping in each and every row, it will just check this condition. If the Internet Explorer window, that means NS Stack Exchange Limited is already open, it is going to close that window and it will extract 2 columns. Okay, and it will do the operation. Once after, if you got any error or anything, any whatever it is, positive or negative, something is happened, then again it will go to this particular start loop next for the next record. For next record, to process next record, it will go there. Okay, and again it will check whether the window exists or not. So while before processing any record, it is going to check that condition. Okay, and the next thing is, whatever I have observed is in our output folder, my docs stack value in a C output. Here it is generating 23. Today's date 23. We need to create a folder based on date wise, not with time actually. So we need to change that. So whatever we are running, whatever the records we are processing today, that needs to be comes under those things. So I am trying to delete that folder, whatever we are creating, create folder. Inside this folder, sorry, where is the folder name, output folder name? This is the str output folder. Year up to year is enough for us, right? Day, month, year format. If already exists, it's gonna overwrite, sorry, when creating. If it is already folder already exists, you can overwrite it. Otherwise, you need to check if folder already exists, don't create. So you're gonna do this. If folder exists, both are same. If folder exists and same thing, whatever the path you have passed over here. If it is already exist, okay, clicking overwrite option or, okay, sorry, let me uncheck this and do this, because we need those records all the time, each and every time we know we need it. If folder does not exist, then only create it. Okay, sorry. If folder does not exist, if folder does not exist, then create it. Otherwise, just leave it. Okay. Now we did everything. So let me close it. And I'm running it. Five, matched. Should click on it and it will to extracting. It is extracted all the values. Output is generated. It is going for the next record. Should enter State Bank, STA. 15 now. We got 15. But here, if you see, there is no State Bank. Whatever our input is State Bank actually. State Bank of India. But here there is no State Bank, even in the include condition. There? Okay. Okay, then let's see. I think I need to remove this message box. Sorry. Just observe. We are getting that span again. Capital Limited. After that, there is a again. What? State Bank. We have only one State Bank. Before comparing, I am checking my message box. But the thing is, if you observe, we are still getting this span. Why? For all of them, we are getting this thing, except one. We are getting, if you observe, if I run it, only out of this 15 elements for one item, we are not going to get that. For the rest of all the items, you will get this, because we need to, for span, we need to dynamically generate it. But in our code in NSE India, just now I have added. Let me show you. This is ours, which we are using to extract span. This is the object cloning, which is getting our span details. Okay. So if you observe, A1 span 1, OLLI. If you observe this thing, so the first element which is there in our thing, automotive, stamping and assembly limited. For this particular thing only, we will get only automotive, stamping and assembly limited. For the rest of the, because we need to get that span also dynamically. We need to get that span dynamically. When it is going for the first item, we are getting, that's it. So what we need to do, where is that object? Okay. Here also you need to pass your into counter for list. Where is that? Here what we did to get that dynamically, we have passed inside list item, we have passed our into counter. In the same way, you need to pass it in the list item, because it is looping. Here there is we have used only one, so it will get that first item value only, and it will try to replace that first item only. Whatever the span it extracted, that means in our case, it will get ASAL. It will extract. While it is going to the second item, while it is going to the second item, it will try to find that ASAL. Okay. That is what. So here I am trying to replace intro counter. Okay, save it, and I am deleting this also now, and I will delete this one also. I don't want any message boxes. Close it. This one is not required. Okay, well, let's see. This is the folder which is created. Our exact match found with match found. Okay, there are two fonts, but there is no values. Why? There is no values here. HDFC, whatever the values it should pass, it is not passing. Oh, let's see. Let's observe. Let's see. Where is our task? Here we need to, I am placing one more message box, whether it is extracting or not, whether the values which we are trying to extract. Let's observe by placing a message box. F2, check company name, F2 str low, F2 str high, F2 str reach, sorry, no reach, F2 company G&K, high low scale, F2 bank name from website. Okay, if it is extracting these values, that means it will extract all the values. Okay, let's see, and we need to check this also. There may be chances that based on input to input, these things also need to change. We need to observe that. Okay, run it. Yes, it is extracting. But it is not passing. Let me run for one more thing. Clicked, extracted 242. Yes. Okay. There is no match found for this particular thing. I gave Vijay Bank, it is Vijaya Bank. Extracted. For this, what I gave? ICICI Finance. Is there any ICICI Finance? That's it. Let's observe. Since it is extracting, but we are not getting anything. Why? For each and everything. Even after extracting also, it is not passing. That means there is an issue inside our output generator. We are not getting that output values. Okay. So this is our extracting. It is working fine. The next thing we are going to call here is what sheet, where we are calling it. Okay, where we are calling that particular task extracting. Here it is. Extract data. Okay. as I said, the data flow. The data flow. First, from the subtask, from the configuration to main task. Main task to our subtask, whatever we are calling. So here if you observe, extract data from NSC is extracting. But this is, for this particular task, this is going to be our main task. Because we are calling this extract data from NSC underscore task inside our extract input Excel. Extract data from input, inside this task we are calling this extract data from NSC. Okay. After that, here there is no variables, because after extracting it will pass to this task. From this task to our output generator, all the variables will go to output generator. So if I copy this, all the variables, whatever I am extracting, if I paste it inside this, and one more thing, if you observe, we delete this, okay, and we have confirmed that it is extracting perfectly. So I don't want this message box. Let's save it, and if I run it, no. Just observe the code, how the data is flowing. Okay. Second record, State Bank. Here Vijaya Bank is there, but the thing is I gave wrong. I gave Vijay Bank in my input Excel. Okay. Here I VIJI. Sorry. We will see. We will see. Andhra Bank. It is there. If you observe, it is closing and opening each and every time. Our Internet Explorer is. There is no ICICI Finance. ICICI Finance. No, right? So we need to get no records found for that. What is that last thing I gave? Oh, something miscellaneous. So we should get no record found. Right? DA something I typed. Okay, let's observe. Let's observe our output files for whatever it is generated. This is how we are getting. HDFC match found with. So we gave status, wrong status. Okay, we need to change it. Spelling mistake. HDFC Bank Limited, the values. Just manually check whether it is extracting correctly or not. Just check. Okay, manually we will go and check. You check it. Okay. So it's for State Bank of India. We found one record. So it is giving this. The next thing is for this we got. Yeah. Okay. Here we found no record, but it is giving us the State Bank of India values. Whatever the values it is entered here is State Bank records. Why? because in the previous run, whatever the values it is, the previous run before it is processing this particular record, finance, the record processed is State Bank of India. The variables we haven't cleared it. So whenever you are inside a loop, make sure that, because we are calling, there are two ways actually. Either you need to clean it, or design your bot in such a way that it should break inside, because where I am calling this in extracting data here only, right? I am calling all these tasks. Inside the same task we are there. If you observe, it will go to this start loop, get all the cells, it will extract. Then here I am ending that loop, particular loop. There I am starting and here I am ending. Inside the same loop you are looping. If you are looping inside the same loop and you don't want this kind of scenarios, like so for the next record also it is entering the same records, you need to clear them before closing that loop. Whatever the variables we have used to generate our output file, we need to clear them. Only those variables. If it is getting new value, it will replace that value with the old value. If it is getting empty, if it is getting nothing, then it will the values which already assigned to them are going to be same. So you need to clear them, or if it is, let's say for HDFC Bank and State Bank, the values are different. If you observe here and here, because first it is extracted all our HDFC details, and then it is processed our State Bank record, so it is replaced all the values. But if it for the next record is VG Bank, there we didn't got any record, so it is giving us the output State Bank records only. So for that, the one way is clearing all the variables. So let's clear them for now, otherwise we need to change. So let's change the design itself, otherwise you need to clean it. One of the best practices is you need to clean each and every time whenever you are inside a loop, you need to clean them. That means you need to assign all the values to null, bot runtime to null, like this. Each and everything you need to assign it to. So whatever the variables I am calling from the website, close, Control V. And if you observe, if you see here, VGBank, we found no record, it is giving no record, str status, because the only one value which is replaced is, which is changed value is str status, is no record found in this status. So HDFC name from website empty. The next thing is low empty. Our AA will replace, if it is getting any new value to the same variable, it will replace that value. Otherwise, the values will be same. If you are inside a loop, it is always follow these best practices, that you are always cleaning it. Start value. What is that next thing? Close. Where is my close? Close. Close open is there, low high. Low high. Difference between G and K. Difference between G and K. If you don't want this again to delete it, you can create your folder like this also, like this also. It depends upon our requirement. Okay. I don't want, whenever I am running my robot, I don't want so many folders, so I have created. Okay, deleted. Close. Close. Run it. So these are all changes only. Right now our bot is working fine, but we need to enhance it performance wise and efficiency wise. Okay, it should be fully automated. Why there is Vigi Finance is there, but it is not giving. Must be spelling mistake with our code inside my input file. We need to check it. VGFINANC. Huh? In the include condition we need to find, right? In the include condition, at least we should get that record, right? We need to check it. Both the spelling mistakes are correct. There must be chance that if there is, let's check it. I don't want to go by assumptions. So from tomorrow, I will give all the tasks whatever I have created right now. Add if you want to add, if you want to add log files and comments, you can add it. Otherwise, I will give you one more PRD. Okay. So in the tomorrow's class, let's start that one. And you need to make changes to this file also. So keep all the ATMX files inside your systems. So I will ask you to change some code in between. Okay. Let's do some enhancements, and performance wise also we need to improve. Like, for example, if we are generating an output file here, if in my input, if I gave anything like, if there is any symbol, that means our symbols. Okay. So our file itself, our system will not accept symbols, special characters. So in those cases, for this particular record, I didn't give any special characters inside my input file. Inside my input file, I didn't give any special characters. But if I gave anything also, our file name will not take. Even if there is record with the special characters also. Let's say there is a record with that particular special record, and we are not closing once after processing all the records. If you observe, you need to close it. We need to close our Internet Explorer. So where we are going to close, once after generating my output file, if I place the same code whatever we have placed inside our extract data to close our Internet Explorer, okay, the same code, if I copy paste it, it's gonna close once after generating our output file. Where is it? Actually, it's a simple process. I just gave 2 lines, but if it includes say huge applications, 2-3 Excels like that, you need to create a separate task. You need to create a separate task to close whatever the unwanted applications, Excels, whatever. Okay, just we will check that and we'll close it. This is the same procedure, but you will create and you will place this same code, each and everything, whatever the applications are there. You will place all that code in a separate ATMX and you will call it whenever you need it directly. Okay, so once after generating my output, I need to close it. And the next, okay, for the last record, let's say we haven't found any record, we need to close it. So where we are going to close, inside our read input itself, at the end you need to close it. So now if the record found also, if we got any error also, it is going to close. Okay, and inside our main task, sorry. If you got error in this site, it will go to our main task here. Here if window exists, you need to close it. Okay, so now it is okay. Now this is, so whatever the things you need to change is, here if you observe in the run task, I am calling my task directly. As I said, you need to pass AA application path to eliminate this thing. Okay, all the tasks, run tasks, in all the run tasks you need to change it. And in NSC India, I am passing my URL directly, but you need to get it from the, as I said, you for UAT and production, there will be different URLs in real time. You need to pass it. You need to get it from there. Okay, we are not hitting the same live URL in real time. So you need to get it from there. You need to place it inside your configuration file for dev, for UAT, and for production. You need to create three different things, three different nodes with the same name. And the next thing is, okay, company name. What if the values are empty? What if I gave an input here and I left this column empty, I left this row empty, but there are other records also? What if these two are empty? What you are doing? We didn't add it. So here you need to add those two, all the things. So in tomorrow's class, you are going to observe all the possible scenarios. What if this may happen? What if that may happen? All the scenarios and add that code. Okay. If you have any doubts, ask me in tomorrow's class. Or if you have any doubts till now, you can ask me.
So we are using one task we are nullifying all those values.
Yes.
And the same variables we are using in output generator file.
After output generator only I am nullifying. If you observe, once after generating, it will come to this. Okay, it will nullify all the values.
So after that we are not going to use those variables, right?
Yeah, this is the last end of our task. It is, since it is not going to else condition. Anyway, it didn't went there. Now it will close. If I is there again, it will come from starting. Okay, how we have developed our code, we will observe, and you need to change these comments also, each and everything. ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ చేయమనా పార్షల్లోనా మనం క్లిక్ చేస్తుంది బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఐడి. ఒకవేళ ఓకే, లెట్ మీ ఎక్సెప్ట్ ఒక 5 రికార్డ్స్ వచ్చాయి మనకి. అవును, ఏ రికార్డ్ని క్లిక్ చేస్తుంది అనే కదా. నువ్వు క్లిక్ అలా ఆలోచించకు, ఏలో అలా కాదు. ఇప్పుడు మన ఏదంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదో ఒక వాల్యూ ఇచ్చాను నేను, ఇక్కడ ఒక వాల్యూ ఉంది. వెబ్సైట్లో నీకు కొన్ని వాల్యూస్ వస్తున్నాయి, ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ వాల్యూస్ అవి అంతే. HDF అని టైప్ చేస్తే కొన్ని వాల్యూస్ వచ్చాయి. ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఫస్ట్ ఇందులో ఉన్న వాల్యూని గెట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన వాల్యూని గెట్ చేశాను నేను. మన ఎక్సెల్ నుంచి ఒక వాల్యూని గెట్ చేశాను. అవి రెండు ఈక్వల్ అయితే, అటు స్ట్రింగ్ ఆ రెండు ఈక్వల్ అయితే, ఆ కోడ్ ఇక్కడ ఇలా ఉంది చూడండి. జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వ్. NSC ఇండియాలో ఫస్ట్ కేసులో, కేస్ 1 అనేది ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ మనకు ఆల్రెడీ కంపెనీ ఒక నేమ్ వచ్చేసి మనం అక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసింది ఉంది. ఓకే, వెరీ సెట్. ఇక్కడ సెట్ టెక్స్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము, 3 క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసి లైన్ నెంబర్ 15లో సెట్ టెక్స్ట్ చేశాను. టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఐటమ్స్ ని గెట్ చేశాను, అక్కడ ఎన్ని వచ్చాయి అని. అందులో ఫస్ట్ ఐటమ్ గెట్ చేస్తుంది నంబర్ 1. అందుకు కౌంటర్ నంబర్ 1 ని గెట్ చేయాలంటే దాని వాల్యూ ఇనిషియల్ వాల్యూ 0 చేసి +1 యాడ్ చేస్తే 1 వాల్యూ. ఫస్ట్ ఈ లిస్ట్ లో ఉన్న ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ ఇవ్వు అని చెప్పాను. అది ఇవ్వడానికి ఏం చేశాను, అది ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లోనింగ్ యూజ్ చేశాను. ఆ ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ రావాలి అంటే ఇక్కడ కౌంటర్ 1 అని పాస్ చేశాను. దాని డొమెక్స్ పాత్ ని ఎడిట్ చేసి 1 వాల్యూ ఇవ్వు నాకు ఇప్పుడు అని. ఇది నీకు అందులో ఉన్న ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూని ఇస్తుంది. ఇది ఇందాక ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేసాము. స్పాన్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఆ స్పాన్ ని రిప్లేస్ చేయడానికి ఈ 2 లైన్స్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ యాడ్ చేశాను. సో నీకు ఎక్సెల్ నుంచి వచ్చిన డేటా ఉంది, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ డేటా వచ్చింది. ఈ రెండింటిని కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఇక్కడ వన్స్ కంపేర్ అయితే, ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే నువ్వు వాల్యూ గెట్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేసావు, గెట్ ప్రాపర్టీలోనా నాకు క్లిక్ చేసే ఆక్షన్ ఐటమ్ కూడా ఉంది నాకు ఇక్కడ. వన్స్ ఇఫ్ ఐ చేంజ్ దిస్ హియర్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వాల్యూ ఇట్ ఈస్ గెట్టింగ్, Both are matching. Both are matching means I will just change it to click. Instead of get property, sorry, this one, this object cloning, will click on it directly. Instead of get property, I am asking you to click it. But that's it. It will click it. The next thing is, this is variable operation. That means we are just setting a flag to 1 and we are giving, okay, let me delete this. Okay, so I am setting the status exact match found. Okay, again it will exit that loop because it found one match. Okay, now it will go to this line, particular line. Anyway, it is 0 because it is already 1 over here. So it will be 0. It will not go to inside this loop itself. It will come to this place. It will not go to include condition because it already found exact match there in the first case. So it will not go to the second case, and it will not go to third case also either because it is also okay. Now it will go to. Can you please expand span in object learning? Okay, sure, Nandan, just wait. So these conditions already failed in the first side, else conditions. If window does not exist or window object properties does not exist, it will go to this. So it end of this NSA task. So after run it, exactly match avvakapothene includes loki vellu. అదే కేస్ ఇక్కడ మ్యాచ్ ఫౌండ్ అవ్వకపోతే ఇక్కడ నాకు ఫ్లాగ్ వాల్యూ 1 అవ్వలేదు అంటే నీకు ఫస్ట్ టైం ఒకసారి 5 ఐటమ్స్ వచ్చాయి నాకు హెచ్డిఎఫ్సిలో. ఈ 5 ఐటమ్స్ లో ఒక్కటి కూడా ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఈక్వల్ లేదు ఇన్పుట్ వాల్యూస్ తో. సో అది వాల్యూ ఎప్పుడు 1 అవ్వదు. ఇంటూ ఫ్లాగ్ 1 అనేది ఎప్పుడు 1 అవ్వదు, ఆల్వేస్ 0 నే దాని వాల్యూ. ఇంకా సో ఇందులోకి వచ్చి చెక్ చేస్తుంది ఇంక్లూడ్స్ లో ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా లేవా అని. పార్షియల్ జస్ట్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు దిస్ అని ఇంక్లూడ్స్ పెట్టాలి, మిగతాదంతా సేమ్. టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రోస్ ఎన్ని 5. ఫస్ట్ రో కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ 1 కి వెళ్ళు, కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ 1 కి వెళ్ళాలి. కానీ యాక్చువల్గా నువ్వు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇంటూ రో కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ ఒక చేంజ్ మనది కోడ్ లో. కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ ఫస్ట్ 0, ఇక్కడ 5 టైమ్స్ లూప్ తిరిగింది, అయిపోయింది. టోటల్ దాని వాల్యూ ఇప్పుడు ఎంత? కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ 5 టైమ్స్ లూప్ తిరిగితే 5 టైమ్స్ ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ సెకండ్ వాల్యూ ఒక్క దగ్గర కూడా ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మ్యాచ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ అవ్వలేదు మనకు. సో దాని వాల్యూ 5. ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ నువ్వు 0 చేయకపోతే కౌంటర్ వాల్యూ 6 నుంచి యాడ్ అవుతుంది. సో కంపల్సరీగా నువ్వు ఇంకో వేరియబుల్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసి ఇంటూ దీంట్లో రావాలి అంటే కంపల్సరీ దాని కండిషన్ ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ మళ్ళీ 0 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయి. ఇప్పుడు మన ఇంక్లూడ్ కండిషన్ ఇందాక విజీ ఫినాన్స్ ఎందుకు వర్కౌట్ అవ్వలేదు అంటే ఇది రీజన్. విజీ ఫినాన్స్ అనేది యాక్చువల్గా ఇంక్లూడ్ అయ్యింది. మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే మన ఇన్పుట్ లో ఏముంది? ఇక్కడ విజీ ఫినాన్స్ అని ఉంది. యాక్చువల్గా టైప్ చేసేది విఐజే, ఫస్ట్ 3 క్యారెక్టర్స్ విఐజే. విజీ ఫినాన్స్ ఇందులో ఉంది. ఇంక్లూడ్ కండిషన్ లో రావాలి నాకు రికార్డు, కానీ నో రికార్డ్ వచ్చింది మనకి. ఈ ఫస్ట్ 3 ఇది దాని గురించి కాదు, మనకు మ్యాచ్ అవ్వాల్సింది ఇది ప్లస్ ఇన్పుట్. ఇక్కడ వచ్చే రిజల్ట్స్ ప్లస్ ఇన్పుట్ ఎంటర్ చేసే టెక్స్ట్ కాదు. దాంట్లో ఎస్ ఏవో కాదు, ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా. ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో అది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మ్యాచ్ కాలేదు అంటే దీని మీనింగ్ ఏంది? ఇది టోటల్ గా దాంట్లో ఇంక్లూడ్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఎనీ పాయింట్ ఎక్కడైనా సరే, స్టార్టింగ్ లో కానీ ఎక్కడైనా సరే. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రావచ్చు, లేకుంటే లిమిటెడ్ ముందు వచ్చి విజీ ఫినాన్స్ అని తర్వాత రావచ్చు, ఎలాగైనా ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ ఇంక్లూడ్ అయి ఉండాలి అది. అలాంటి రికార్డ్ గెట్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నాను రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ప్రకారం, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. నౌ ఇట్ గోనా వర్క్. అవర్ విజీ ఫినాన్స్ ఆల్సో, ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్, it will get our VG Finance record also. Okay, so then we are going to our input Excel. It will go to, because we are calling that task inside here, inside our here. This is completed now. We have our NSC task in the India completed. So it will come to this int success is equal to 1. If there is no error, we didn't got any errors in NSC India, so it is 1 only. Initial value and success, int success value is 1. If you get any error there, it will not go to next thing, whatever extracting data. The next task we are calling here is extract data from NSC. It will not go inside that. It will log the data whatever there in NSC India only. Okay, it will go to the next record directly instead. Okay, and then if you didn't get any error in this task also, it will go to this task. In a sequential manner, we are calling all the tasks. If you didn't got error, then only go to the next task, otherwise stop that task, particular task. Okay, so now NS stack value. Yep. Any questions? If you didn't get.
Yes, object.
Okay, span. Nandan ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నాడు చూద్దాం. సో ఎన్ఎస్సి ఇండియా యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే లెట్ మీ షో. Okay, so this is my code. Here I have 3 records. If I run it from here, let me stop this particular thing, disable. If I run it from here, just observe what it is. Run from this step. Sorry. ఓకే, సి నందన్ ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే యాక్చువల్గా మనకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూ, sorry, let me type that. These are all the values which I got. We are giving in the input, they are asking us to compare only the values with this. According to BRD, you need to compare with the input value only. Here I gave only HDFC Bank Limited. Let's say, for example, HDFC only. Okay, once after completing this, let me cancel this. So, HDFC, I will go to. Actually, HDF, and if I run it, వాళ్ళు మన కంపేర్ చేయమన్న వాల్యూ మాత్రం ఓన్లీ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ లిమిటెడ్. కానీ ఇక్కడ మనం ఏదైతే ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తామో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లోని యూజ్ చేసుకొని అది ఏ వాల్యూస్ ఇస్తుందంటే హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ లిమిటెడ్, హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్. సో నేనేం చేస్తున్నానంటే ఈ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ వాల్యూని కూడా గెట్ చేసి దాన్ని ఈ ఫుల్ వాల్యూ ఏదైతే ఇంతకు ఈ లైన్ ఉందో ఈ లైన్ నుంచి దీన్ని రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నా, తర్వాత కంపేర్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఓన్లీ స్పాన్ వాల్యూ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇదేంటంటే ఒక స్పాన్ వాల్యూ, ఇది వచ్చేసి మన లింక్ వాల్యూ. ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఆ నెక్స్ట్ వాల్యూకి వెళ్తాం, నెక్స్ట్ ఏదైతే పేజ్ ఉందో ఆ పేజ్ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. సో ఆ కోడ్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తేనే మనకు ఒక సొల్యూషన్ వస్తుంది అన్నట్టు. ఇదంతా వెబ్సైట్ టు వెబ్సైట్ డిఫర్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ప్రతిసారి స్పాన్ లోనే ఉంటాయి ఆ వాల్యూస్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ సేమ్ ఉంటుందని చెప్పాలి. అది వెబ్సైట్ అబ్జర్వేషన్, మనం కోడ్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి ఏ వాల్యూ గెట్ చేయాలో అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకొని తర్వాత స్ట్రింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసి కంపేర్ చేయాలి, అంతే సింపుల్. ఇది మాత్రం బేసిక్ ఫ్లో. ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయడం, నీకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూ రాకపోతే వెబ్సైట్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి నీకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూ ఇంకోటి తీసుకొచ్చి రీప్లేస్ చేయి, వన్ వే. లేదా ఏదైనా ప్యాటర్న్ ఫాలో అవుతుందా, ప్యాటర్న్ ఫాలో అయితే ఇంకా ఈజీ, డైరెక్ట్ గా అక్కడి వరకు మాత్రమే తీసుకున్నా ప్యాటర్న్ అన్ని. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వచ్చే వాల్యూస్ అన్ని ఒక స్పేస్, ఇక్కడ సపోజ్ లాస్ట్ స్పేస్ అన్ని ఈ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ లిమిటెడ్ తర్వాత ఒక స్పేస్ వచ్చి ఉంటే నాకు స్పేస్ తో లాస్ట్ స్పేస్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ స్పేస్ ని తీసేయి సరిపోద్ది. స్పేస్ నుంచి ఏ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నా నాకు అవసరం లేదు, ఇంకా అప్ టు అక్కడి వరకే కావాలి, సరిపోద్ది. అలా చేసేవని. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఒక ప్యాటర్న్ లేదు, స్పేస్ లేదు, ఈ 2 వాల్యూస్ బిట్వీన్ స్పేస్ లేదు మనకి. సో ఏం చేయాలి, కంపల్సరీగా మనం ఇంకా ఈ స్పాన్ వాల్యూని గెట్ చేసి దాన్ని రీప్లేస్ చేస్తున్నాను డైరెక్ట్ గా. సో ఇది వచ్చేసి స్పాన్ వాల్యూ గెట్ చేయడానికి డెవలప్ చేసింది. వన్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ రీప్లేసింగ్ తర్వాత మనకు వచ్చే వాల్యూ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ లిమిటెడ్, మనం ఏదైతే కంపేర్ చేయాల్సిన వాల్యూ. స్పాన్ వాల్యూ ఎట్లా గెట్ చేస్తున్నాను అంటే వన్స్ అబ్జర్వ్ సేమ్ ఇన్నర్ టెక్స్ట్, గెట్ ఇన్నర్ టెక్స్ట్. కానీ ఇక్కడ స్పాన్, అక్కడ నాకు అబ్జర్వేషన్ తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే స్పాన్ వాల్యూ, దాన్ని ఒక స్పాన్ లో ఉంచారు ఆ వాల్యూని. ఇక్కడ కోడ్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే అబ్జర్వేషన్ లో వచ్చింది మనకి. ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ ఇన్స్పెక్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్, ఇక్కడ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ లిమిటెడ్ ని చేస్తే ఇది టోటల్ వాల్యూ మనం ఏదైతే గెట్ చేస్తున్నామో, ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక హైలైట్ చేసిన, ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని హైలైట్ చేస్తే ఏం చూపిస్తుంది నాకంటే, ఇది ఇక్కడ ఏ నుంచి క్లోజింగ్ ట్యాగ్ వరకే, ఇక్కడ స్టార్టింగ్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ లైన్స్ అన్ని ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టు దిస్, అది మన ఫుల్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తుంది. కానీ ఇన్సైడ్ కొద్దిగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఏంది అంటే, అబ్జర్వేషన్ లో ఇక్కడ స్పాన్ లో డిఫరెంట్ వే ఉంది. స్పాన్ లో ఉండే వాల్యూ హెచ్డిఎఫ్సి బ్యాంక్ అంటే ఇది. సో ఆ స్పాన్ లో ఉండే వాల్యూని గెట్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఇన్నర్ టెక్స్ట్ ని, అండ్ టోటల్ వాల్యూ రీప్లేస్. దట్స్ ఇట్, సింపుల్ గా. సో జస్ట్ నా ప్రాపర్టీని ఎడిట్ చేశాను. ఆ లింక్ ఐటమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత స్పాన్ ఐటమ్ కూడా ఇవ్వు నాకు. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్. Any questions? Okay, I'm sending you all the tasks. If you find some time, just to change this code, whatever I have just explained. Change this hard coding values like navigate to URL and try. If you find some time, logs and comments are not required for now. If you don't have time, just don't change it. But if you to analyze errors, definitely you need to know. Definitely you need to add those logs and comments. If you observe our log files, how it is generating now. Where are my log files? Logs. These are all the log files. Whenever I am running it, I am getting these things. Right now 23, just now we have run. This is what I got. Only processing this particular record, this record, this record, that's it. Only one log file. If you add all the log files, you will get, inside this you will get something, here also you will get something. Like this, you will, if you get any error, instead of info, you will get error. What is that error? Line number. With line number, you will get it here. Instead of this processing input, you will get that particular error description. You will go and check it in the direct line number itself. Okay? For each and everything, we got the same thing. Okay? If you get any error, you will see. Once we got errors, this is our snapshot with the snapshot number, everything. First day, I think on Thursday, not Friday or Thursday, we got this error. Wednesday. This is okay. This is 23. Today we got this error. Internet Explorer taking too long to load. This is our input. What it is saying? Actually, it is opened, but it is showing that Internet Explorer is too long to open. Maybe with the time we have specified 15 seconds. Maybe in that time we didn't got that. Once after in the 16 second maybe. We don't know, but this is our error. By seeing this, you can analyze. This is your error, but you have Internet Explorer. So there is something, some other mistake is there in our code. You need to observe that. In those cases, with the particular date, you will get it. If you want to append that record number also, you can append it. Once after reading that, just rename it. You have log file name and snapshot name. We have rename command. Okay, we have rename command, directory rename command. Just use rename to do that. Okay, those enhancements you can do if you want. Okay, just try to change the code. So from tomorrow or day after, we will start one more project. Anyway, you know how to do it now. It won't take, in the design phase itself we need to analyze, because in the design phase we have faced so many issues in this particular project. So at least in the next project we will try to eliminate all those issues. That's why as I said, design phase is important. In the design phase itself you need to know, because there is no design document. As I said, once when you get any BRD, you need to design it. We will create one more document. Okay, we call it as design document. So how your row is going to be, in which task, the total number of each and everything, which what are the variables, which value I am going to assign to which variable, each and everything we will design it first. Then we'll start our development. In our case, we didn't do that. So if you in real time, we will create one more. There will be one standard sample. Okay. If I found anything in the external sites, I will get it. Okay. I will try to get it. I will show you a sample one. Okay. So thank you. We will connect tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.